Hi, so today we're going to be solving a multi-step problem and identifying what type of problem using structures in order to solve this problem and manipulatives. So here we have the problem. We're going to analyze the problem and like I said, we're going to identify the problem. We're going to represent it with manipulatives and we're going to solve it. The problem states, at the start of the year, Mr. Smith's class had 19 students, while Miss Rowe's class had 3 more students than Mr. Smith's class. During the year, 6 students from Miss Rowe's class moved away. How many students are there in Miss Rowe's class at the end of the year? So let's identify the type. We know that there's compare, join, separate, or part, whole. So let's analyze it bit by bit. We know that Mr. Smith's class has 19, while Miss Rowe's class has 3 more students than Mr. Smith's class. So this is comparing Mr. Smith's class, Miss Rowe's class to Mr. Smith's. So we have a compare. And this is going to be our first step for the multi-step problem. So we're comparing a large set compared to a smaller one. We know the smaller one because Miss Rose has 8 more than Mr. Smith, so Mr. Smith has to have a smaller set, and then he has 19 students in his class. We know that this is Mr. Smith, and we know that this is Miss Rose. We don't know Miss Rose's quantity at the beginning of the year, how many students she has at the start of the year. So let's keep going to see what is the second part of our problem. It says that during the year, 6 students from Miss Rowe's class moved away. So this is telling us that it is separating 6 students. So the type is separate, 6 students. So we know this. We don't know the start just yet. We know the change, which is 6 students. The change is what makes it a separate problem, because there's an action going on. Compare problem, there was no action. So, and we don't know the result yet. A misconception for students is that because there's only one piece of information, they will give up because they don't have enough information to complete or solve the problem. So, what we need to understand is that we need to solve the first step in order to go on to the second step. So let's represent the problem so that we can solve it. Okay, so now we have the compare structure here. We have the large set, the small set, and the difference. We know the small set is going to be Mr. Smith's class, and his class is made up of 19 students. So that's a 10, which is also a rod or long, made up of 10 units. And then we have to add 9 more, which is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We also know the difference. The difference is that there's 3 more students in Miss Rowe's class than in Mr. Smith's class. So there's 3 is the difference, which is not a change. This is only going to be creating the equality for both things on each side of the equal sign. So not going to join in and not going to separate from the smaller set. It is just the difference, and it's going to create the equality. So the larger set. So now that we know that it's being compared to the smaller set, Miss Rowe's class is going to have the 15, which that was compared to Mr. Smith's, which he has 15. So that's the long, the 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then you're also going to combine it with the difference, which is 3 more. Well, actually, Mr. Smith is not 15, it's 19. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So here we have 19, and it's going to combine. We add one more here. This is going to regroup, by the way, because there's 10. So we're going to regroup it and substitute it with another long and the other 2 here. So here we have the large set of 22. Now let's go into the second step, which is the separate problem. And we know this. We know the start, which that's what we figured out in the first part, which was the large set. Which large set was 22. So we have 22 here, and we know the change is going to be 6. So 6 of the 22 will be separated because 6 students from Ms. Rose's class moved away. So we have to regroup again. This long will be changed into 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if we line it up, we can see the rod. It's still being there. What we did is called regrouping. So, and it's still 22. So now we can separate 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6. So this is what's left, and this is what is also going to be our result. So our result is going to be the rod, which is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And that is our result. 16 students, which were in Ms. Rose's class at the end of the year. And that is how we solved the problem using the set model and the base 10 blocks for a multi-set problem. Thank you.